Of course, blue. I was incepting myself into talking myself into more red side. I do think it's a little bit better on this new patch, but I haven't seen it a lot yet. It's Onivia.
He's one auto from getting Scarl back, but that monster will never come. As Knight, 2-0s Doinby in that matchup.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Worried about because if they capitalize, he's going to show his face up towards Aki. Likely going to have to smite this one away. Does so successfully, but even just forcing the Jarvan out like this, that's a free dive bot now if they want to.
Wow.
And
going for a bit of a double invade right off the side. I wonder if each jungler kind of knows what the other up to.
I feel like H1 being spotted means that NIP actually dodges out on that timer. Might just find the dragon timer for themselves. I don't think this is contestable. The threat of Annie at level 6 is going to be too great, and NIP going to brute force this dragon down successfully.
Yeah, and BLG seems like they already knew that that wasn't going to happen. They're rotating Elk now to the top side alongside On to...
if he was seen hovering bot, opportunity for BLG to get a lot more control over here.
Oh, Aki, the EQ, it goes wide thanks to the seismic shove. The flash over the wall is going to prevent that curtain call from landing, but Knight will follow with the threaded volley and pick up first blood.
I really think that there's an opportunity here for NIP to fight like Jarvan 6, Annie 6 and change. It's really powerful for NIP, but Aki gets stuck. He gets caught out, and now there's no chance for NIP to get anything more than maybe a sneaky grub on the back half of PP God.
Or maybe a kill onto Knight. Nicely dodged away from as PP God goes forward. There's the Tibbers, and Doinby will make it an even trade. Now it is 2 grubs picked up for BLG, but NIP looking to finish this one off, and as you say, kind of yoink one away from Bilibili Gaming. So overall, a nice response here for Ninjas Pyjamas of BLG. In general, are feeling happy about how that went.
Could be really impactful with finding a numbers advantage for themselves.
PP God gets caught trying to hold that wave for Leave, ends up taking a good portion of his HP, but ends up accomplishing his original goal, which is to allow for Leave to pick up as much CS as possible, try to deny a plate.
Yeah,
this could be big danger.
Yeah. This is going to be a conversion.
It's just easy combo there. Yeah, they caught PP God going back, and so that's just an easy kill.
Over. Bin in trouble.
Yeah, but Ben has the exhaust, he has the ultimate. He's also 3 levels ahead of where Leave was. This could be a little bit more difficult. Already dashing away from the equalizer and that cataclysm. But the Tibbers on top is going to make sure that Ben stays right where he is and drops down as NIP do find the response they were looking for.
They could look for more too. PP God's here.
The wave has been taken down, though. It's going to be a little bit dangerous as PP God dashes in first. Depth charge will knock up 2, but the Unbreakable Will is going to keep PP God available for a long time. Feats of Warfare secured for Ninjas in Pyjamas as they take down Beishuan and will be able to get on out. So NIP getting Beishuan is going to start it up immediately, knowing that those ultimates are down. Because, yeah, I mean, if NIP don't have those R buttons, like, that's basically the whole premise of the composition that we talked about in draft, right? So that means that they are much, much weaker. However, I think they're, in general, okay with the fact that they're very good. And remember, they already picked up that first dragon, so not much really to risk right now in terms of giving over that soul. As you can already see, the power of Tibbers and the power of Doinby going on to Beishuan as he just goes way too far. It used to be, or just it's just strong in general because Doinby is hitting already.
Anybot infiltrated the system of Riot Games as solo kill, trying to set up for Bin.
Yeah, not going to be a solo kill here on to Bin, but should likely be one anyway, as Aki's here as well. Nice tech here from Aki. He throws out the flag just to make sure he gets
here by NIP as Knight's cleaning up that bot turret. But still good rotations coming out from NIP. They've made some positive plays. Again, we haven't seen that big team fight Wombo, but overall they do have the slightly stronger early game comp, and they have been the ones using it better as eye wide. Wow, okay, 14 was passed. Didn't matter that it was no plates taken for NIP on the top side. They melt that turret with more numbers, secure that feat and feats overall for themselves as NIP continues. Doinby sprinting down the river, has him blast cone.
On, he's forced to go forward. They land the seismic shove out of PP God, but the Unbreakable Will is going to keep him very much alive. Doinby just eliminates him with the Tibbers, and it's already a 1-0 in favor of Ninjas Pyjamas. PP God flashing away from the third shot. The 4th shot will find its mark, and now Leave is getting singled out by Bin, who has come into the fight and immediately made an impact here, taking down the Varus. And now Aki is in some trouble as well, as the gaps will begin to close. He flag and drags out, but Doinby's still alive. That Tibbers is still doing some work, and solo kills now overheated, and they'll get the kill in on to the Gwen. It's a 1-for-1 in that.
Missing Flash still has it up and is going to look for more plays as Leave flashless.
What an aggressive play here on to leave, but as you
play.
say, no flash, and that means that he's going to be in a lot of trouble. The equalizer coming down from solo kill to try to burst some damage down onto the BLG members, but it's already a double kill for Elk. It's going to be a triple kill for Elk as Aki falls, and just as he was...
the play, and frankly, they were too far up and not respecting the globals.
Oh, and now solo kill. Why are we standing there? He gets hooked up by On. That's the flash On out of there. The Tibbers is going to do some work. And
that was actually close, too. Keep in mind, that's a collector on the Jin, so that was actually kind of close to going down there, being that dopamine kill. That said, the majority of that one with more members get out with a 3 for 3. Now, after that last pick, have full control over the map, as PP God's going to eat a chunk. They're going to reset the Dragon, but get a crash mid, and that's mid outer fallen.
Yeah, and so now BLG feeling very comfortable about their game state right now, and a lot of it is just the skill shots they've been able to connect with both Knight and On. Those dredge lines finding every target seemingly, as Aki goes over with the Hex Gate, and it looks like Ninja Pyjamas do want to try to find a fight. Flag and Drag lands on Elk, but there's no follow-up, as the rest of the team is very far away. Instead, their target will turn towards the Talia, as the Cataclysm will force Knight to flash away. Here comes that curtain call. Aki with the Flag and Drag, the 4-shot not going to be able to find him. And I think overall, NIP feeling very happy about this so far. Knight goes over with the Weaver's Wall. Will find the combo and take Aki down. And with no jungler, Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to feel very risky to start up that Dragon.
BS flash.
So instead, mid lane is going to be controlled by BLG. Equalizer comes out as the fight looks like it still wants to be continued here by Ninjas in Pyjamas. But that is all that they will
Knight
find.
has done a really nice job playing janitor in these fights, Grapes. Couple of Weaver's Walls to clean up some kills, whether it's Leave being flashless and having that free 2-for-0 that got BLG the initial lead, or just hunting Aki in the back half of that one, removing the smite, and he hope a Dragon into the fight where NIP actually won out on the health bar ward. So if Aki was able to get some health back by using jungle privilege on a couple camps that were up, real threat for the Dragon for NIP. That play, though, from Knight secures the down by a good Weaver's Wall from Knight. Has now been...
making a play down here. However, Doinby gets hooked up by the dredge line. Tower aggro still being put in by PP God, which means that NIP will be safe for now. However, here comes Beishuan, the Grand Starfall, as well as a Comet Spear is going to take PP God down. Aki forced to go forward, forced to try to slow down the assault of Bilibili Gaming, but it will not happen. Elk with a deadly flourish will collect another kill onto Aki, and Leave tried his best to find a response. That's going to be another one on to On, but there's the seismic shove. Leave is down, and only the Soul Laners are surviving here for NIP. The second shot will find solo kill, and the fourth will find Doinby. It's an ace picked up for Bilibili Gaming.
Oh, Elk just posterized them in the shooting gallery there in the back half, as I thought the equalizer in the back half of the fight almost split the fight in favor of BLG as Elk falls to the Otacon, but I gotta say, still did enough work in this one to make sure it was BLG who came out on top. Elk now sitting at 7-1-5, and the big benefactor of some of these hectic fights. Equalizer onto Beishuan, again, has the E and has the flash. So Beishuan burning flash to eat, I mean, pretty much Varus R and Rumble R at the end of the day is well worth it for BLG. And as you called out, Grapes, no chance for NIP to contest the Dragon. Maybe a chance for them to contest the Otacon, as a couple minutes later, it does a lot less damage. BLG does a lot more damage to it. And NIP, yeah, they're going to TP in, wall to cut off.
Oh, it cuts off half the members here of NIP. That means the Otacon will surely go over, as Aki was unable to get into the pit. But now NIP looks like they want to fight a little bit. Doinby only lands the tippers onto On. He will go down, but what can the response look like for BLG with Elk and Bin so untouched in the backline? They completely are going to wipe out NIP. They stun up Beishuan, but the fourth shot will come through and lock PP God down. It's another double kill for Elk as Leave. Oh my God, Leave, he flashes forward and picked up a triple kill, taking down two members, and it's a 1-for-1 on the map right now. Knight chasing down Leave. Surely he's able to find it. Eventually an ace picked up here for Bilibili, but Leave just saved that fight for NIP. Really, contribute here in these later game fights, and now 5-5-5 on the Varus. However, the rest of NIP still not in a great spot, as Doinby doesn't have his flash. He's going to have to try to fight his way out of this one. He pops his Zanyas to maybe buy some time, as Aki and the rest of NIP are on the way, but they are very far out to try to support their mid laner, and Doinby will go down. PP God going to try to continue the exchange, and it actually is enough to take down On. So a 1-for-1 so far. Flag and Drag lands on the Bin, but the Needlework is doing a lot of damage, and Bin is healing up a ton, all the way back to full HP, as Aki's down to 20 for the Baron Nashor.
Yeah, PP God couldn't connect with the combo onto Bin. As Knight, or Bin on the Gwen was able to slip on out of that one. Doinby doesn't have TP for when he spawns, and Aki's quite low, as BLG with Vision is going to continue to poke. PP God with no ult, or late ult, goes down.
He thought he could
It's supposed
survive.
to be a 52% NIP win, but I'm looking at these champions. We're looking at this game. We feel like it's BLG that are going to outscale. As, yep, there goes Wendy.
Yeah.
Flash with Sonya's list in the side lane, and he's going to fall
NBA
into
Street,
the,
man. Or NBA Street, NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Those kind of games.
Goodbye,
Either way,
Oswald.
those shots have been hitting, and that means NIP in a bit of a dangerous situation. We keep finding these combos on, and that is good. But is it great? The fourth shot, it will land onto Aki. As again, I don't think Elk missed a single one of those, albeit not necessarily as impactful. But now the Dragon is up, and it's a 4v5 on the map for the next 25 seconds for NIP.
On's going to get more. We have seen On go down early, catching some of these combos, and it has been enough for his team to actually overcome the rest of the fight. But of course, BLG weren't quite in position, but they're trying to fix that now.
Oh, Lever's Wallet cuts Aki off. The Dragon's at 4,000 HP. Basejuan can get into the pit, and he steals it away. The new pickup here for Bilibili is able to secure their team the Hextech Soul. And even in a 4v5 situation, even with Basejuan going down, that is a big win here for BLG. Elk goes down to Doinby, though.
Everything you have in your kit to try and make this one connect is the right play. Doinby, though.
Oh,
okay.
Tibbers not going to
Good
find
shroud.
anything here. PP God, he goes over the Hex Gates. He still has his ultimate available. Going to go
PP God.
and flash forward for a three-man pulverize and headbutt Bin straight to his doom. It's solo kill to pick up the kill, but now Basejuan is back up. Basejuan has that Grand Starfall, and he can come right back into the Baron pit. But NIP have no choice. They have to continue the aggression. They have to keep moving. They have to try to find something. But now the health bar's too low, and with that Grand Starfall available, it might be too little too late. Solo kill flashes away from the seismic shove, and now it's BLG who have tempo on the map.
Good defense from Knight, just kiting back and utilizing. Now that he does have access to 11.
Ooh, and they're fishing. On still looking for dredge lines, but this time it doesn't connect. And here comes the Tibbers. It once again lands onto the Nautilus, and Doinby's able to pick up that kill. How impactful will that be, though? Start the Baron up.
Not sure, like how or if BLG can play the map. Bin might be caught here.
Yeah, he goes for broke, potentially on a solo kill. He might know that he's already met his doom. He goes for the snip, but Leave just snipes him down. Tanky, once the full fight begins in earnest, control around this bush is very important, as Leave is going to get ulted by On, and a flash away is going to find the dredge line onto Aki instead. Grand Starfall comes forward. Has Basejuan gone too far forward? No, he has not, as it means that Leave will go down. However, Elk is now vulnerable as he gets flag and dragged here by the Jarvan. He doesn't even get a chance to pop the ulti, though, as he gets bursted down by the Jhin. Solo kill trying to do his best, and now it's Doinby stuck in a 1v4. Can Doinby do anything? Absolutely not. It's Elk that gets the kill. Elder not
started up. I think it really made that one tough for NIP as they were playing a front to back, already on the back foot as the flicks from Knight. And he got Alistar's ult out. It got a flash out. It got a flash out later on from Aki, too. And that was enough space for BLG to function, for Elk to survive and rip through the rest of NIP as BLG wraps up game one.
Bit of an anticlimactic ending to that one, but you're going to take it if you're BLG. 52 kills in that 38-minute banger, and it results in our favorites taking game number one.
Orianna matchup, really big if you can attack the Orianna in the side lane. Wukong can help you combo to line up that shuriken flip and make sure that you're able to connect in the side lane if you are Doinby. But seeing Wukong hit the Raptors yet, they have information, so maybe they think Wukong started topside, but they don't know where he's at, and he's looking bot as they're going to be in trouble.
Knight popped onto PP God. He's 200 HP, but Leave and PP God flash forward at the exact same time. And now that Leaves On out to dry, no flash even used because he knows he's down. It's NIP with first.
Is some skill in this matchup, but yeah, Bin's been doing nice work, and we're going to try it here.
Oh, flash a little bit too early for solo kill, and Basejuan's able to dash in under the tower, pick up the first kill for Bilibili Gaming, and Bin was tanking tower aggro the whole time, so looks like BLG are content with leaving the lanes in the position that they are at this point, not the fact that the grubs are coming up relatively soon.
Yeah, again, they swap back here, just helping enable Aki, that fact that he can take this dragon now, so will be numbers advantage on the bot side, and yeah. I think Bin sees solo kill top, getting the bad news, and just going to back off this one. This PP guy jumps over the wall to help out Aki, and BLG and Bin going to see that this dragon, not going to be there. It's going to go over into the hands of NIP.
Oh, now Bin might be caught out a bit. He's going to take a little bit of peppering here for Leave, but he can walk out base without a teleport, so could be a situation where if you are Bilibili Gaming, you could try to start this up or at least force a fight, but Basejuan's actually the second one here to the play as Aki is the one to begin the damage dealing onto the Krug. Looks like was able to secure that first smite. getting some nightmares back to when Beishwan was just winning every single 50-50, but this time
they won this
Aki's
out.
able to get one.
I think they're going to win this out. Aki, he doesn't have a smite coming back up, but this is a little bit funny. Of course, Onivia is showing bot. It looks like they dragged Bin on up, so I lied. They don't win this out. It's BLG that's going to win. But hey, Onivia gets a free lane to himself in the bot lane, so it's not like NIP get nothing for it. 2-for-1 grubs for BLG. Onivia going to get a couple points.
Yeah, and at least on that top side of the map once been rotated over.
Doinby.
However, Doinby's looking for something here now. Knowing that Knight does not have that shockwave, he flashes forward, does not go for that second proc of the public execution as On power that early income. Ooh. Really coming to fruition for Ninjas the Pyjamas is now an engage. It's happened in the mid lane. On already at half HP. Cannot use that charge forward because the steadfast presence was in hand. And that does buy enough time for the Poppy to escape. Teleport comes in here for Knight, and that forces Aki to flash on out.
Good for BLG. But Doinby, he's going to look. Nice isolated.
Shuriken flips forward. Oh yeah, On just does not run the same way as Knight. He waits for the flash beautifully, and Doinby will pick up the solo kill. Now on the bottom side again, it is going to be the Cyclone pop. It is a teleport coming in for Bin, but here comes Elk, and here comes BLG. It's a double kill for the Kai'Sa, the Killer Instinct, but now Leave has arrived. He pops the Lightning Craftsman, a 2-man searing charge from Bin is massive. Elk picks up a triple. He's looking for another one, but solo kill is still massive on the front line, and Leave is going to get another kill for himself. It's a battle of the bottom laners here in game number 2 as Leave and Elk both
have the
become
advantage in the back half of that bloody fight, but of course no objective fell, and we're right back to the scene of the crime here. Graves as BLG going to take this one down. They're outnumbered though.
Oh no, he doesn't! It's Aki this time that wins out on the smite fight. And now another fight can erupt here as Beishwan gets knocked up by the Scion Q, and Leave picks up his 4th kill of this game number 2. So this time the steals going towards Ninjas in Pyjamas, going towards Aki, as Leave picks up a kill onto Beishwan on the back end of things, and now Doinby's looking for the solo kill onto Bin. The Shuriken flip does not connect, and that means that the Ornn will survive.
Yeah, if he landed the E, I do think that Doinby actually takes Shockwave. Just has to be careful. You have to hold on to that dash, hold on to that E if you want to have a way to play out of that one. Where BLG kind of returned to life, the game that we have now. Of course, Herald on the map, and BLG, they've burned Knight's TP and are on it as solo kill.
Yeah, oh wow, look at Elk, or look at Knight I should say. He gets one shot by the all-in combo, and Aki gets another one. He's stealing them left and right here in this game number 2. Doinby teleports into the fight and picks himself up a double kill.
This game, Graves, they're going to get mid-outer to fall, maybe top outer as well, and that's a 5k gold lead.
I was wondering even if Doinby was going to teleport to that fight at all because he was going to take the bot lane tier 1 turret, but now you get 2 for the price of 1 plus 4 kills.
Is crashed upon, and that buys a lot of space for NIP to try and take down this dragon.
Ocean Soul Point on the line if they can collect this one. And it's Beishwan who's going to try his best to enter the pit. Oh, Keeper's Verdict takes away PP God, so it's a 45 at least for a little bit. And that means that NIP are going to peel away from this one at least temporarily before they go for the re-engage. There comes the Scion ulti. Beishwan goes forward, but the Shockwave is flashed away from by Leave. And that's a big cooldown that BLG no longer have in their hands. A solo kill picks the kill up and on. Beishwan in a terrible position as Leave gets himself yet another kill in this team fight. And that means that NIP can pick themselves up that soul point for free.
Yeah, BLG really kind of stuck and split on that approach. I think that's a good call, Grapes, as you saw Knight and Elk on one side of the fight, and Beishwan and On being focused down on the other. Also Bin not even able to fire off that call. The Forge God can't blame him because, of course, the pressure from the Unbreakable just canceling that outright. Definitely something he has to be worried about. As Knight still has Flash, it looks like NIP might be fishing for that, and potentially Elk. As they at least kind of threaten in posture, but just forcing them off is, oh man. Another Otacon started on spawn. I gotta say, this could be a little bit dangerous. Otacon does a lot of damage early on, but BLG's still low. They've delayed Knight's base, so he can't base and TP back. That might just be enough to buy space and actually secure this one for NIP.
But Bin is here. He teleported forward. He has to call the Forge God. They're going to try to find some sort of miracle steal, but it's smited away by the side of Aki. And now NIP going to be on the reset as they want to try to get away with the objective being secured. Really nice cancel from Solo Kill, and Decimating Smash prevents that steering charge from coming through with the call of the Forge God coming out. Gonna at least take down the Scion most likely, but the Scion is still gonna live. Pimpy God saves the day. And yeah, it started with that level 1 right at this area of the map. The blue buff here for Beishwan. He's going to get targeted again. And it looks like that's going to cause him to go down once more. Beishwan dies. It's Leave picking up kill number 7. And Knight's going to go down all the same. A double kill for the Zeri. And Ninjas in Pyjamas are
gotta imagine for... Oh boy, solo kill.
Yeah, there goes the
Really?
Roar, the Slayer, into that ultimate for solo kill. It doesn't find the knockup on the knife, and the decimating smash whale. And in comes Doinby. He Zanya's the shockwave and make sure he does not go down, as Knight is the first casualty in this fight. And Doinby will kick another one on a Beishwan. Down the mid lane, NIP go. They will at least be able to secure themselves the Ocean Soul, and maybe even look for more.
And pleasantly surprised by our squad here. BLG, the team that has been undefeated, or series score-wise, since Beishwan joined. And I know that NIP, it was a frisky series they had against Top Esports. Game 1 against BLG didn't look too promising. This game 2, again, they got it with sound.
And again, the predictive Zanyas, knowing that the shockwave would be immediately issued by Knight as soon as he came out of crowd control of that knockup, making sure there is no possibility of a turnaround here for Bilibili Gaming. However, this Baron could be a little bit risky. Even though NIP are 8,000 gold up, they're going to look for the fight instead of the flip, and that is exactly what they should do. Bin goes down as Leave picks up yet another kill, and Doinby flashes forward, force the killer instinct out of Elk. Solo kill flashing over the wall. NIP looking for the throat, but a shockwave is going to buy some time for Knight. The Cyclone second proc will be issued onto the Ariana, and as you say, no opportunity for any sort of kills for BLG.
PB got with a flash zoning Q. They're trying to keep Beishwan out of there.
They're feeling themselves.
Yeah, but again, just not enough damage for BLG to get through this Ocean Soul. Doinby going to be hunting down the Poppy here as this Baron take is slow, but NIP making sure it's secure as they try and zone out the enemy smite.
On lane's stun, but it's only on to Leave. Beishwan dashing forward, trying to find a knockup onto Doinby. He gets canceled up here by the W of Poppy. It is forced to go golden. Elk could be able to find himself a kill, but the Baron is picked up right now by NIP. And Elk is down. A double kill for Leave. And now it is just Bin and On alive as NIP can push down the mid lane with...
cannot get in the pit as they get the Baron, only lose El Capitano and their mid laner, Doinby. And they're going to be happy with that, pushing down mid. And again, NIP, like, just how much better they look with solo kill in the lineup, it's wild. Because as you highlighted, it almost feels like some of the issues that Aki's had have started to go to the wayside. I still think that it's been a weaker split for Aki, but we have seen a couple of better games in split 2, and it just feels like overall, I don't know if this roster's in a honeymoon phase or if their top laner is just that much better.
On that Pantheon Talia combo, doing a ton. Now, it is going to be solo kill in the Scion that's setting things up, but Doinby's going to be able to do some work as well. Oh, maybe a little bit too far forward. We are feeling ourselves too much. As
Ocean Soul gets a lot stronger. You can play around it if you're able to burst, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to burst.
There's solo kill. Coming in through the flank. A 3-man searing charge come out of the shockwave is big, though, from Knight, but that's a lot of the damage that is already in the kits of BLG. And Leave is now has the opportunity to pop off. It could be. It could be. No, it's not a Penta, as Doinby will steal it in the last 2, but a full house, as you like to call it here on the LPL, as NIP pick up a full ace for themselves. They're going to even up this series at 1-1.
Yeah, that was one big Zeri, no Enchantress needed. Just a level 3 gank from Aki to set up bot lane for success. Leave and PP God ran with it, as you gotta imagine that's gonna be a pog for Leave. Rewarding some of the boom boom damage there on the Zeri as he put up a damn good game, and NIP pushes to a game 3.
And they take down the roster that has been undefeated in match score.
And now we're just gonna have to see what Doinby can do on the Kled into the Silas. Of course, you called it out to lose that 1v1. Into the Yorick, as that was our 1v1. Worrisome of the double ups into strength. Oh boy. Good flash from Leave.
Flash on Elk. They know that this Xayah can be vulnerable early with PP God having 2
here for NIP as Beishwan's looking.
This is a must-need dive here on this bottom side. On lands to knock up onto 2, but a teleport comes in from solo kill. This dive must be completed quickly, but it will not happen. Leave gets the kill, and now solo kill has arrived and maybe try to finish off another one.
3 plays. How did this happen mid? Doinby the counter pick.
It's a tower.
Knight. He caught a tower shot. Doinby.
It's another tower shot.
Knight. No, Knight. What are we doing? Oh, Knight. We've been playing so damn good this split, catching 2 tower
shots from Knight. Oh my goodness. This is just a Doinby magic that we were saying. As now BLG going to try to finally get back on the board. They find that kill on to Leave after the lane swap was initiated.
Cheat his way out of a tough spot of the game when it comes to the York for next in matchup after especially he got first blooded up top. And because the bot lane is still bottom for BLG, they have numbers around this dragon. That stolen nature's grass. That should be enough. Aki, be careful here, buddy. Yeah, this is a dangerous one.
Throws that out there and forces NIP to back away. So
all right.
Early Ocean Drake.
NIP and Aki trying to take this one away is spotted out.
We flashes away. Going to be able to escape, but won't be able to finish off that red buff. See if they
That's
try
level
to
2 off the swaps that BLG were able to find, which is really hurting for NIP now, because these grubs, you got to imagine this is going to go over the hands of BLG. Aki doesn't have access to 6 yet, does need to take the red buff before he gets it.
Just the one grub, as Aki and NIP finally do arrive here to this one. Doinby does not have that charge, as you said, but has teleport alongside Knight on the bot side if any fight were to go super.
This is a dangerous one.
Right? They ended up going their way. As here comes another engage. PP God landing that knockup onto On, and Leave does a ton of damage with those love taps. Able to chunk On out to less than 200 HP, but the re-engage is big from BLG. They get the kill on a PP God, but here comes the bullet time. He's going to try to knock down the Zaya, but the Zaya will go down to Aki on the backside of things instead, as the Bramble Smash will pick him up too. And now Leave is able to survive, as Aki will rejoin the fight. Solo kill with the dominance, flashing in, going to take Beishwan down. Ninjas in Pyjamas finding another kill in the mid lane skirmish. And they go 6 for 2 overall in this game to start things off.
Yeah, flash for flash trade bot. Doinby almost found another solo kill, and Aki actually played that one out really well.
Picking that one up. I think overall 3 for 1 on that fight around the top side. However, it does mean that BLG are able to rotate back up here, take all 3 of those grubs. The first time we've seen all 3 of them go over to one team. And it does go to the team with the Yorick, so that's always a little bit frightening if you are Ninjas in Pyjamas. And gonna be even more frightening here as Elk, On, and Beishwan contribute to that kill on a solo kill and could allow for
a trade up in favor of BLG as they secure that first tower for themselves.
So we're very close to that major objective across the map, and that will be there despite the kills going over. But now another skirmish here in the mid lane. Leave flashes away, but is able to get that bullet time out. Chunks Knight down to half. And make sure that
out from
BLG...
Vin, you can see BLG just sprinting towards this objective. Might look for the contest. They get the bad news. It's taken. Can they get out now as the ult comes down?
Here comes that charge, and Doinby's going to lock in on a Beishwan. He flashes away underneath his tower. Make sure that Doinby takes a lot of damage in response. Permafrost comes out. This could be the turnaround that BLG do need. But a great crash down comes through from PP God. Still all the way back in the storm, though. Is able to help PP God go down. And now Knight finds the Abscondum Duck, and Doinby will fall. It's a double kill for Bin, but solo kill is eviscerating the backline. Another kill goes the way of Leave, and it's again Ninjas in Pyjamas to come out on top.
Solo kill ends up being huge in the back half on this Renekton. As it's going to continue.
Going for more. They find the stun. It's in onto Bin, but Leave a guy on the backside, and it's going to be another double kill picked up for the Yorick. So Ninjas in Pyjamas going a little bit too far forward, and that forces NIP and Aki specifically to run away.
Aki's dead too. He's out of ward, so BLG knows Aki can't even get the trade kill as Bin.
At least so far in the second round robin. And speaking of, with Beishwan back here, this is certainly solo kill going down, and BLG have found their footing here in this game 3.
Didn't even pop the ultimate, can't blame him. Now Aki caught.
So the kill, it should certainly be the charge coming forward though. Aki buys a lot of time, and now it's up to Doinby to try to take down Knight and On in a support mid 2v2. He's waiting for Leave to arrive. The bullet time has come out. On it has to flash away. Doinby does not remount as Skarl is just too late to the play. Beishwan comes in with that Glacial Prison, and now it is Bilibili Gaming who are back with multiple kills of their own. They're going to try to set this one up onto Elk, donate it over to the Zaya, but he's not able to get there quick enough, and it will mean that Beishwan collects the gold.
I think that just might be the doom of NIP.
10 minutes or so, but ever since then, BLG really controlling the map. They picked up, I think they extended 4 kills off of that play or plays in both the mid and the bot lane.
Ooh.
And now the Rift Herald they go.
Knight actually went for the Rocket Belt, so not the Roa in this game. We'll say that does diminish the scaling a little bit.
And we'll see if they want to contest the third. Knight has teleport. He's around the top side of the map right now, as it is Aki to start this one up.
Beishwan gonna see if he can get in there. Looks like he dashed up. Okay, so it's gonna be a give. They're gonna give this one away. They're gonna play for.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them play the map really well in that game too, but not the same here this time around as Leave pops the cleanse early and still gets knocked up, and Beishwan to pick up the kill underneath the tier 2, which has already gone down. PP God going in for the engage, but there's just no more juice left on this NIP composition. It is a 2-0 as the tier 2.
52% chance to win that game. All my hopes are riding on that, Grapes. I can't believe that it's not the case.
Hey, we're going to find a pick here. Knight thought that was a Wolf Camp. There was not. And so a first of many steps for a comeback as the trade will be the Otacon up in the top side.
There's not going to be a comeback in this one. This one's all over. As, again, BLG going to wrap up the Otacon. I think they've got safer team compositions than what NIP has.
And now they're going to go for the throat. Here goes Knight teleporting in, looking for another re-engage. Gets away from the Nature's Grasp. But no ultimate popped here for On, or I should say he used the quickness, but it did not find it. So if you are an IP, you should be comfortable just giving this one up. PP God, though, was looking for the engage. He gets ulted here by Beishwan. He flashes on out and will survive, but here comes a teleport from Doinby, and it is not a good location. He's going to flash in on a Knight, try to find some sort of play. This could be the game here as the bullet time stolen away from Knight, not going to find too much. The health bars are very low on Ninja's Pyjamas side, so they have to back on out. And if you're BLG, you're happy about that because that means you can head right back and pick up this dragon.
Hard to play out fights at this point in the first place. No ults, no chance here as BLG just trade around some health, take away the big tools from NIP, and are able to secure this dragon on their own for free. So denying soul point.
Playing the back then, and so does Doinby on this Kled mid. However, doesn't look like history's going to repeat itself too well as NIP in a very dire spot. PP God getting ulted here and getting taken down by Knight. Here goes a big engage here from On as well, and it's a double kill picked up for the Silas, and now Ninja Pyjamas are maybe trying to bounce back a little bit. Knight does go down, solo kill, able to finally pick up something, but he falls on the back end of things. But Doinby has remounted, and the health bars are very low here for BLG. They could try to maybe find something on a someone, but there will be no blood shed as BLG will get out with most of their lives.
But look at how many things had to go NIP's way to even make it look close.
Yeah, it would have been a great fight if they weren't 7,000 gold behind. I'll say that much here. A solo kill getting chunked out, but the bullet time from Leave is doing a lot of damage on the bin. Re-engage comes through from PP God, and with BLG separated, it's Leave picking up a massive shutdown onto the Yorick. It's a 1-for-1 as Aki falls. But Doinby,
that might have been one of the better opportunities to find him. And it will just be BLG regrouping around this Baron. Bin has TP, but this Baron's getting ripped down. Doinby trying to get his team in there.
No shot, this gets stolen away. It's secured by Beishwan, but can Ninja Pyjamas do anything in this fight? Knight going forward. He is massive right now on that Silas, and it's Lee picking up one, but that's all he shall receive. Skond Duck lands on a solo kill, and there's no more hope for NIP. A Baron and a delayed ace picked up here.
Bot, yes, Bin fell, but Aki was low enough where by the time the Baron was down, I mean, Aki was in base. The tracking there from BLG, good enough to get themselves that free Baron, and that just might spell the game.
There's 8 seconds on PP God. Doinby spawns in 15, but the Baron up wave and a dead Aki's not going to help. Bilibili Gaming drop game 2, but they're looking to finish the job here in game number 3 off of Knight Silas. A brilliant performance from Bin as Billy Gaming. If they can finish off this Nexus, they will jump up to 6-0 in the second round robin. Lee finds another kill, but it's not going to matter at all. The Nexus falls, and it's a 2-1 victory for Bilibili.
I mean, Beishwan Gaming feels pretty good.